Okay, we finally had another one of those where there's no rain and no pit needed. But I was struggling on the tires a little bit in this car. Then I realized that what everyone else is gonna. It seemed like everyone else was gonna pit, but the leader ended up not pitting, so it was kind of a mistake. But because there was no crazy variable rain stuff and crazy stuff going on, there wasn't too much. The guy was really fast. He was doing sub 8 minute times during the race. As soon as I saw he said a 7:58 or 7:57 fastest lap, I kind of knew I wasn't going to catch him unless he made a major mistake. Just because even his qualifying time was, I finally put it, his qualifying time I believe might have been a sub 8. I can't remember exactly, but he was pretty fast. I finally put in a decent qualifying lap. I put in a very low 802, like an 802.2, something like that. I know I can get an 8 minute, a sub 8 minute. It's just there's a couple spots during the lap that are just, man, they're just brutal to be fully committed through. There is rough. To be fully committed through this entire lap is rough. But it was a fairly decent lap at 802.2. Put me P4 here. But yeah, I mean it's a good. What a good race. I mean, this is a really good race. For some reason in this car, I don't know why, I don't want to make mistakes. And with the traction control changes that have happened, I feel myself comfortable in traction control 1. I don't know. Other people can tell me I'm wrong or whatever. I don't know what it is. There's just something about it that I make a pass here. We had a crippling death, I believe here. Oh yeah. That's never good. What you do? Get some cold tires here, friend? What you got? He got traction control on. He still spun it with traction control. As you can see, the traction control was different. Like that's a clear example right there that traction control. I don't know if he's in 1 or 2 or what, but traction control did not save him. Look, traction control is engaged, and it's not saving him. On traction control 1 or 2, it will not save. Around 3 or 4 is where it does that thing where the car kind of just like shifts to the side where you're doing it started the power slide and it stops you. I don't like it to do that, obviously. I hit the dude in front of us, ate it too. Does he got traction control on too? No, it doesn't look like it, unless he's just, he might just be feathering it very well, because on traction control 1, I want to say it wasn't activating very much, but, this is my first time really watching it back. Yeah, he has traction control on, but he caught it. Okay. This guy up front, he was cooking. This dude was just cooking. I kind of just want to see if he has traction control on. It seems like everyone kind of feels like it's viable now. I don't know. I haven't seen it lit up. I haven't seen it lit up yet. There was just something about on a regular circuit. I do not use traction. I would never use traction control, but for some reason, especially here with such a long lap and all the little elevation changes, little bumps and little things that you touch while you're at full throttle, it's one of those things where I just kind of, I would like to be a little more secure to make sure I'm not making mistakes here. Okay. How I get on here. I'm pretty sure I'm already on traction control 1 here, because I was just like, you know what? But you're probably not going to see it activate too much. Traction control 1 is very light, it feels like to me. I don't even notice it, because I'm going to feather my throttle no matter what. No matter what happens, I'm just going to, basically I drive like I have no traction control on, but I have traction control 1 on just in case I get a little bit crazy in one of these turns. See, it just activated right there. So that's like the first time it really activated. I'm watching this. You see, and not even right there, right here. When I try to shift the car. No, it was because I shifted. Okay, yeah, it was because I shifted. Alright, yeah, whenever you shift, you get that red bar, of course, between shifts, even if it's on traction control 0. That's not the case. not fully committed yet there either. This is my first time jumping kind of in the meta car. There's a couple cars seem to be the meta car here, but I was like, you know what, let me just jump in when like the top car is and just see what it feels like. And now I see why everyone in the top is really driving it. I mean, it goes 170, 180 on some of these straights, where in the other cars it's nowhere near that. I'm just gonna highlight lap 1, and then it gets a little boring here, of course. Just kind of fly through it. I did the patented just want the world to end kind of move. It just I'm real slow through here. I can be much faster through here. This is definitely an area where I can gain a second or so, or half a second. The rest of the pack kind of Sima stayed with me the whole race. I let him through 2 times. The rest of the pack, or was it El Macus? I believe it was El Macus I let through. Sima's, I think, dies and quits. This dude catches up to me and comes through when I start to struggle. And then during the pit phase, I did the ultimate bonehead thing, and I accidentally clicked Do Not Refuel on accident. So yeah, I had to pit twice when when P1 and P2 did not pit at all and just fuel saved. I had to pit stop twice. Yeah, that was the guy that was right behind me. I had to pit stop twice because I forgot to fuel up. That was tough. It's a scary track, man. I'm telling you. He got traction control and stability on. Still ate it. Yeah, he needed it. He needed to slow. Tires get hot. A lot of, like, because they're not giving us the dude, when Tidney put on the tire heat and he like just puts it on there like by himself, and I saw whenever he had a lockup, dude had a lockup, just a small lockup, kind of like what he just had. Nothing too crazy, just a little lockup, man. Those rear tires went to like 100 and something degrees. I was like, holy shit. It went to like 180 or something, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but it went well over 100 degrees. And then they went right back down on the next straightaway. You just don't have to work the tire. Whenever you're not working the tires, you're good. If they're hot, if you get them hot during a lockup or a little power slide, you have to give them a second. It doesn't take long. It's just a real quick second. If you give them a quick second, it'll be okay. There was Oat Racer called El Macus dirty after the race. I wonder if this is the moment. Oh yeah, there's something happened here. Because I didn't have a problem with El Macus. El Macus did apologize afterwards, so if this is the moment that they had together, Oat Racer called El Macus dirty after the race, and El Macus just apologized and said sorry. Considering Oat Racer carried on, he probably should have waited for him, considering he did that to him. I mean, bro, I don't think he hit the brakes at all. Like, normally I'm not braking until the blue spot on the ground at the earliest. The blue spot on the ground is the absolute earliest that I would brake. Let's see where he's at. There's the blue spot on the ground right there. I typically use that as a reference. I try to brake a little bit after that if I can, because this thing has a late apex. So you kind of need to turn in a little bit late on this, which feels very unnatural, but I try to remind myself to do it. He should be getting on brakes any second here. And he has someone on the outside too. Jesus. Okay. I didn't even notice this. They should be on brakes. They should be on brakes. He needed to be on. He still hasn't touched them. Yeah, he just straight up didn't even brake. Like, not at all. Wow. Okay. Whatever. No big deal. He should have waited for him and gave him a spot. No, he gave this guy room. He gave Volkswagen room. I didn't have a problem with him at all. I just think he had a brain fart here and just drove straight through. No brakes. That was a huge accident. My double pit stop brought these guys right back into me. No, that's all he had was bumper damage. You didn't have engine. If that's not engine and drivetrain damage, I don't know what is. Your boy's car is just destroyed. All three out of four wheels are damaged. I mean, the front and rear. I mean, he can only go 140 miles an hour up this hill. He's going up 150. I'm up here making mistakes like a straight goober. Let's see where your boy, he's just gone. And this guy was so smooth, he didn't care. He didn't look back. I don't think he pit stopped, not nothing. He's a monster. But yeah, I went strong for a while here, man. I really did. Let's get through the track. Let's go. Where we at? Okay. Check the weather again. It's still really far away from us. I don't think we're gonna get rain at all. That's what I'm thinking. I believe right here on this straightaway, I'm fuel saving. I believe I'm fuel saving. Even though I got that big line of cars behind me, I'm still fuel saving. Let me see. 170. Yep, I start fuel saving right here. I'm on fuel trim 4, I believe, right here. So instead of like these cars, I'm going the same speed as these cars, but I'm hitting fuel trim 4. That's kind of what the goal is. If you can fuel save while keeping your speed up high. That's why I picked this car, and it was perfect to use this car to fuel save, do this. But then I ended up aborting fuel saving because I was getting too much pressure. So I figured, you know what, if we're gonna pit anyway, and I can't catch P1 or P2 no matter what, unless they're gonna pit, let me just push, put new tires on, and refuel properly, and not even worry about it. I think I fuel save one more lap. I go all the way up to fuel trim 6, but that's it. But dude gets a little bit close behind me. Macus's, his car is back to normal. But yeah, at this point, once he gets back onto this straightaway, I gotta be honest here. If I was El Macus, as soon as we got back onto a straightaway, I would start lifting and I would let O Racer through. That's just me. Dude, you went through a braking section without hitting your brakes and rear-ended someone like in an extremely unsafe way. You should have, considering you can give him back the position without losing your entire race, I would have done that. But he did apologize. It just, you know, whatever. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. But anyway, no big deal. It's just a game. It's not like it's real life. It's whatever. That's pretty much it, man. Just that typical shit where I start fucking up. These guys back here chasing me. I keep my distance for a while. I do a pretty good job of keeping my distance from these guys. I really do. I think it was just a couple minor things. I think I made I started catching up to P2, and I think, okay, we're on for P2. I could get this guy. I think it wasn't anything major. It was just enough to lose him. That was enough. It brought me into, yeah, El Macus must have made the move back here. Let's see. So he gets let through. You make a mistake. Yeah, he went wide. Good re-entry, Bo Volkswagen. He tried to. It wasn't terrible. If the ghost didn't happen, I guess it would have been, so maybe not. So, alright, so El Macus is released to chase me. I'm right here. I'm chasing. Is that it? It was so minor. It really was. That little bit let him creep up on me. That's all it was. It was that little bit right there, I think. I think I did the, yeah, I know. Yeah, I did the jump and I had to lift a little bit there. Let's see what that felt like. Came through here. Just terrifying shit. He goes through much better than I should have jumped this car. Oh. Now. Violently came through. Turning in too early. I guess nothing really compares to that broadcast view, huh? Killing it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That happened. Yeah, right. There comes a mistake. Something happens. Yeah, right there. Get a little stupid through here and have to fully lift. Then you see, you got to weigh a little bit on me. I was like, shit. I just caught P2 and I lost him. A couple mistakes. Macus apparently is back there straight cooking because yeah, he's coming at me. He's coming. See in a second how close he is. He can smell my exhaust, that's for sure. I can barely smell his. We're rolling. Almost positive, man. Ain't no pit stops coming. Except for me and Macus. I think I let him through earlier. Yeah, I might as well show it to you. Have my big moment here. Yeah, this is what brought him up because he's right here. He got close, man. He was rolling, but I didn't mind him following me the whole way. We were fine. Everything worked out all the way up until this point. I didn't like the way the tires felt. The tires just felt just a little off. When I went through there, it just kind of threw me off a little bit. And then I brake and I go a little bit deep here, and then I'm just like, you know what? You can go through. I'm staying wide. Go ahead. I lifted a couple times. And I just, at that point, with the tires and everything, I just didn't feel as comfortable as I did before. So here I just fully lift. And there's a lift right there, let him through. Flick on the high beams, let him know that was on purpose. Well, I mean, a couple mistakes weren't on purpose, but at that point, I just decided I'm going to follow him. He seems very quick. I don't mind following him. I failed to get P2 because of me just pushing that. I kind of pushed too much and got myself out of my rhythm. And then he ended up catching me. And then I made one or two other minor mistakes. And just decided to lift and let him through. My wife makes fun of me for doing that shit, but whatever. It's what it is. And then he ran. I made the right choice. I'm sorry. Whenever this happens and you let somebody through and they run away from you like this, you made the right choice. I mean, it's just as simple as that. He's getting away from me. P2's even getting away. I just did not trust these tires any. I don't know why. They were perfectly fine. In the other car that I drove, where I did a no-stopper, what was it, the 97 Supra? The 97 Supra, I felt totally fine on those tires, 5 laps old, 6 laps old. But these tires on this newer Supra, man, I did not feel comfortable at all. I don't know, that peak and grip, I just missed it, and I just didn't have the confidence anymore to really do those very, very high-speed maneuvers that you have to do to be fast here. So yeah, he's getting away. He's catching P2, but P1, he's not that far in front of us. But you see his fastest lap, it's a sub 8 second in a race. In a race, he did a 7:58. So he's out here booking. Yeah, this is the pit phase here. P1 and P2, I don't know what his tires look like. Tires are looking good for them. Much worse for us. Not much, but you get it. He drives straight on through, no stop. But Macus comes in, and I decided, you know what? This is my main competitor right here. I'm gonna match him. A little bit of fuel saving had me have a little more fuel than him. but I do the thing that is of nightmares. I hit change tires, but then I hit do not refuel, and I only have two laps of fuel, two fuels of lap left. Sorry, I just woke up. I figured doing this would wake me up. It is. It's working. Sorry. So I come out in front of him because I do not refuel. This is how big of a jump you can have if you fuel save properly, which I did not do. Even if you change tires, you can look how I leapfrogged him. Just to show, there's Elmacus coming in. I'm not sure. This is about the gap we had coming in, and because I accidentally hit do not fuel, this is the gap we came out with. We'll switch to Elmacus so you can see what his gap is to me now for me not refueling. Just so you can see how, if you can pull it off, you're golden. I mean, P1 and P2 pulled it off. They didn't pit. Pretty sure they didn't. Just check. But yeah, that's the gap now. That's me in front of him now because I did not refuel. But it ends up absolutely destroying me. It destroyed my race. Because then I was like, okay, let me try to fuel save, and then it just, because there was two. You can fuel save much better when you're not being pressured. And I ended up making mistakes immediately, even on the fresh tires, and I let him back through, I believe, at the same exact place again. Yeah, I didn't like how anything felt. I don't know what happened to me. All of a sudden, I just could not drive this fucking thing in the dry. All of a sudden, I don't know what my deal was. I don't know what the deal was. So he was still right there with me, though. I didn't have a problem. Me and him were good. We were a good little tag team. I believe we follow ourselves through for quite a while, and we'll have no problems. Just a Supra and a Porsche just going for a walk in the park, that's all. Yeah, my commitment here has been good. At the end of this turn, there's a sign on the right hand side. As soon as it leaves your view, I'll show you. See that sign right there, that 5 kilometers an hour sign? As soon as that thing leaves my screen on the right hand side, I go a full left turn while full throttle. I normally do a full throttle, but that time I lifted. But you just have to commit to it. It's just, there's nothing you can do. It's just keep that throttle pinned and just turn left. It's really just that simple. I mean, I did well to keep my distance, even though, I mean, obviously I felt his pressure the entire time. But I was able to keep my distance for most of this lap. But it was just, I was able to keep my distance. He wasn't closing in on me. The Supra's a little bit faster on this uphill section. If I can leave him if I can not have him in my slipstream, I can run away from him a little bit up this hill, which is what I did. But then I made the mistake again with that dumb shit. Just again, trying to be committed, but just can't do it. So I did the same exact move, but this time I just like totally did it on purpose. Just no going deep, no nothing. I'm just gonna lift and let him through. I don't feel confident. I really don't. the first race of the day, and I just didn't feel confident. I really didn't. And with his pressure, I was okay. This whole lap, I was fine. For, look at it, 5 minutes and 30 seconds, I was totally fine. But all of a sudden, I don't know. Just lost the confidence. And again, I made the correct decision. I thought maybe I can follow him a little bit better, and I did do good for a while here. We were good. We were a good little tandem. We were a good little duo. But this turn I keep getting wrong. At this point, I'm fuel saving. Okay, I'm up at fuel trim 6 at this point. I don't even care about chasing P3. You see, I'm not even going 170 miles an hour. I went straight to fuel trim 6 because once I got up to over 160, I just went to fuel trim 6 because I only have, I believe, 2 laps of fuel right now, and there's, no, I'm sorry. It says 1.2 laps of fuel at this point. Look, I got a quarter tank. 1.2 laps of fuel left is what I have, and we have 2 full laps to go, and I have 1.2. So at this point, I decide unless I'm going to go fuel trim 4 through this entire lap, with this guy just right here, I had about a 20-second lead right here. About 20 seconds. This is about 20 seconds. Okay. So I had a 20-second lead to this guy. There, he just went over the finish line. Look, I'm at 22 seconds into my lap. As you can see there, about a 20-second lead. Look, he's 8 seconds in, 9 seconds in, we're 30 seconds in. So I knew I had a pit stop to him. So at this point, I decided, you know what? We're going to just push. No more fuel trim. You made the mistake. You didn't refuel when you needed to. You messed up. It is what it is. You gotta deal with it. You're losing 20 seconds no matter what. Either you're doing it through fuel saving or you're doing it through a second pit stop. So I decided to pit stop, and I believe I decided to not change tires to try to save me time in the pits. But yeah, it was the right choice. As with me fuel saving and everything, he got that gap up. If I didn't fuel save, maybe it wouldn't be up this high, but still the right decision. Because I knew I had to fuel save, why not let him through? He's just as fast as me. We were very similar on pace. Alright, now we jump here. I had no choice. Look at that. 3 units of fuel left. I barely, without fuel saving, I barely made it back here. So, don't make that mistake. Don't accidentally hit do not fuel. Don't do that. Just don't do that. I did that. And it ruined my race. Just looking at everyone else's fuel. I put in just enough fuel. I went over the line at 0.0 laps of fuel left. 19 units is all you need for a lap. Sorry, I'm just going to say units. I don't know. So I come out. This guy was chasing the pit stop. I'm in the pits. There I am. My tires are in much better shape. It looks like he went the full way. And again, is this thing really that good on fuel? He did not pit stop. Yeah, he did not pit stop. He went the whole way. There's no way he has that much fuel left. That is crazy. Is the McLaren that good on fuel? I'm gonna have to try it. Damn. This thing too. Did they really fuel save that well? Damn. I'm dog shit. Am I dog shit? I don't know. But yeah, that was a big mistake. It really was. It hurt. This guy couldn't catch me though. So I kind of knew that. I kind of knew his pace was not gonna be up to par. But yeah, we came through P4. The winner of this, that Mira guy, dude is quick. Dude is quick. I believe he finished this race He's still doing an 8 minute .6 on the final lap of the race with those tires. So with those tires, I'm gonna have to try the McLaren, bro. I don't know, and the Lambo even. Neither one of these guys pit stopped. Neither one. They both did no stoppers, and look how much fuel they have left. No, I didn't realize you can see everyone's odometers, so you know how much they drive this car. He barely even drives this car, 245 miles. Dude drives this Lambo 1300. You can see how much I use the Supra, 90 miles on the Supra that everybody uses. Oh well. But no, dude, still a good race. It's just, don't do that. Don't refuel. Don't do that.